Down the Road Show is a creative venture of Murdock Worldwide Entertainment.
You're listening to the Down the Road Show with JC and Casey.
Yes, Clark.
Yeah, I was just wondering about the any stunt work you guys did on the show, like when you fell off the barn roof, or when you're Black Canary and you're flipping around. Like, how much of that was you guys, and then did you work with your stunt doubles at all?
Yeah, they're actually, the stunt coordinator, Jacob, is really, really wants you to do as much as you can and as much as possible. And obviously there's times where your stunt double's going to get it right the first time, and you only have a certain amount of time to shoot the scene. I did a lot of my own stunts, and then they would do it again with the double. So I think when they cut it together, it was sort of equal parts for the most part. And I always enjoy doing it. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's a good learning experience. I got to learn how to throw knives, and I love shooting guns. I didn't do that on Smallville, but on other shows, it's just it's a fun part of the job.
Do you make a noise with your mouth when you shoot the gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, do it again.
When I fell off the roof, or jumped through something when I had my superpowers that led to my demise, I was attached to a cable, and I did fall down that roof a little bit. It's a very steep roof, so I went a little bit of the ways, and then I was, I can't remember if Tom and I are about the same weight too, so I don't think he didn't really catch me. We faked that too, but I did fall a little bit into that. So the first 3 feet and the last foot was me, and then there was a guy named Heath who fell off the roof. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, all those years on Dukes, and I think, how in the world do you folks actually? How do you sleep at night? How do you not? Because he knew he had to fall off that roof, and yeah, he did fall into something, but. You fall into a ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese with your arm behind you, you're going to hurt your shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So my hat has always been off to all the stunt
Special
folks.
person who wants to do stunts.
Yeah. And then, of course, on Smallville, the third stuntman now is the CGI stuff. I just was in ADR, where you replace some dialogue in a shot in the season finale where Clark gets kind of thrown like that. Somebody has him by the throat and does that with him. And it's really interesting cinematically to see how, because there was Tom, there was a stunt guy. Tom was rigged on a thing, so he would go back. But then he crashes through something, and then he's falling. So there's so many pieces to it. And part of it was a stunt guy getting thrown through balsa wood, just like in the Dukes of Hazzard days. But another part of it was completely computer generated, and it's just phenomenal. And the version of it that I saw is kind of it's not finished. So you can see the arm that Tom is attached to, in the back, and the special effects guy hanging onto it like that. And you can see that he comes up to this piece of wood, and then nothing happens, and then you can see this kind of amateur's not the right word, but the first stage of animation for about 3 seconds for that shot. It's going to be, it's really a wonderful process to watch.
Cool.
So now we have everything. We have actors falling 3 feet and 6 inches. We have stunt guys falling off the roof, and we have this computer-generated stuff that ties it all together in a way that you never could have before. That's why the show is so great.
Very cool.
It is difficult to do stunts in heels, just saying. And dangerous. That's okay.
I don't know about that.
You're tall enough.
Now, when somebody came to you about doing the show originally, I don't know if you saw it and said, hey, you know what, you guys, can you get me in this? Or if somebody came to you and said, would you like to try that out? I'm talking about like the role of the dad. Oh, sorry, yeah, John.
There
Mr.
was
Schneider.
no show yet.
Okay, but did somebody ever come to you and say, you know what, you ever seen any of the Superman stuff, like with Glenn Ford playing the dad? Well, I think you would be good for that part. And if
Standing by a fence.
but did you have any? Yeah, you know what? You do that. That looks good too, by the way. But did you ever tell anybody? Yeah, you know what? I'll do it on this condition. I want the character to look like this, or I want to have some input in what role the character plays in Clark's life?
I was a big fan of the Superman television show. Not necessarily a fan of the movies.
Okay.
So when the opportunity came about to go in and read for Warner Brothers, I said no about this thing called Smallville, about Superman as a child. I thought, it's over, it's done, it's finished. There's no point, it's going to be stupid, it's going to be silly. Stupid man.
Okay. Nice.
And I held out. It wasn't like they were saying, "Oh, please come." They asked a couple of times, because I think of a movie I did called Night of the Twisters. There was a definite dad, loving but strict father in that movie, and so I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to meet, and finally my agent said, "Read it." And that's my agent right there. No, said read it, and I read it, and I read the first half of the Smallville pilot, and would have done anything to have had the opportunity to play Jonathan Kent. So there was it was a perfect script. There was no me saying, well, I think this needs to be done. No, it was, guys, this is fantastic. Yeah. So I came in, I was I was me, but I was strict. And I told Miles and Al in their office, sit down, I want to talk to you about this script. And then I told them how wonderful I thought it was. So I am a lot like Jonathan Kent. So I think they saw that, and then David Nutter, the director of that pilot and of many pilots, cast me in the show, and I was absolutely delighted, honored still to have been part of this show.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But honestly, that was the 5th year, and I think that no one thought it was going to go a 6th year. Mm-hmm. They had to do something really out there for the 100th episode, and my demise happened to be it. I did think that I was going to be in it past that. Nobody told me that, but I thought, come on, really?
Right.
Dead? So I was, once I realized, even when I read the script, because you didn't see the episode, but in the episode, Lana dies. Mm. It's a great episode, and Lana's dead in a intersection. And I thought, they've been screwing around with me. They really did. This is one of those things where they didn't want anybody to know, and so they gave them misinformation. Then I read about 3 more pages and thought, okay. But it was exceptionally good. It's one of the best episodes, I think, of Smallville. So once I realized I was actually going to die, I wanted to make it as John Wayne as I could.
Right.
And we had an argument. I had lots of discussions with the guys over the years I was there, and one of the things was that Jonathan Kent would not die in the driveway laying down. He would use every bit. The Red Badge of Courage, I think they talked about. There was a guy in that wanted to march until he died. Please don't let me die on the side of the road somewhere. Let me march until I'm dead, and then help me take one more step.
Okay, great.
And I thought that's the way Jonathan Kent should go, and that's the way he did go.
Cool.
So, bittersweet, but a great episode. Great episode.
It's on my to-do list. Thank you.
You need to see it, yeah. But I die.
And there's 5 more years.
That's right.
You have a lot of watching to do.
Yes.
Hey,
All right, I'll do it. I'm surprised no one else got up here. I'll ask the question.
Okay.
The question you guys were talking about on the escalator up here.
You're not going to get an answer.
I'm not going to ask the question that everybody wants to hear. Will Superman wear the outfit? Well, we get to see him fly. More importantly, I want to hear your guys' reasons on why you would like to see him wear the cape or not.
I think Tom would look really good in the outfit. I think, yeah, come on!
There you go.
I don't know. I've heard this sort of, some fans don't want him to wear it, and most really do. Most people are like, I am going to be so mad if he, doesn't wear it. I would like him to. I think it would be a nice, because it went so long. I don't think it was ever meant to go as long as it did. And now he is Superman, so he should look like Superman.
Absolutely not.
Tell us
I'm
why.
a girl.
You're a girl. Yes, you are.
Yes.
Super mom?
Agent Mom.
Agent mom.
Yeah, Superman.
Agent mom.
Be honest.
No, I've never thought that he should. I love No Flights, No Tights. I thought that was great. And it's something that needs to be adhered to. Having said that, the show is done. So I've said on YouTube, I think I said down at Comic-Con last year, how I thought the show should end, with the blessings of the people that love him and are not pushing him, but validating the reasons why he should take the next step. And as they have continued to do throughout the last 10 years, the folks that write Smallville heard that, they understand that. Everybody talked about it. Tom, I remember when the first draft of the final episodes came out, and I don't think Tom slept for a week because he was talking with them and he was tweaking things and making suggestions and making demands as well as he should, and as much as he could, because he loves Smallville and he has a vision for how Smallville should end as well. And if anybody's opinion of how Smallville should end should have value and weight, it should be Tom Welling's. He's the best Clark Kent ever. And thereby, I think, will be the best Superman ever if he ever puts the suit on. That's up to him. It's entirely up to him. The writers have taken the end of Smallville and all of my thoughts, all of Tom's thoughts, all of their own thoughts, and honestly, all of your thoughts, and made it better than you can possibly believe. It ends. You will leap to your feet when this show ends, and it's not going to end the way you think it is. It's not going to end the way you want it to. It's going to end better than either one of those things. And we knew it when we were doing it. It was like, oh my God, I never thought of that. This is great. So you're going to have to wait. But
I hate waiting.
it's worth, I know, hey, who doesn't? But it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. It's better to look at the package sitting under the tree for 2 weeks without shaking it. Wait for Christmas morning. And you will not be disappointed. I guarantee it.
All right. Stick around and wait then, everybody.
Yep.
More questions. Come on.
I know, it's almost here. When is the final? Are they showing it? Listen,
be on
I'm one
13th.
of them. You're back.
OG's Pizza and Brewing Company in Anaheim, California is just moments away from Disneyland and the Anaheim Convention Center. Their friendly staff is serving up fun for the whole family in a sports-oriented atmosphere with great food and delicious beers. Join them on your next trip and enjoy different happy hour specials 7 days a week.